A gwine uisle the Fáiltí Kelly raibh gach duine an Institute of Technology Ballad don Craobh na HÉireann is Scór na Nóg Mlína. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you here to the All-Ireland Scór na Nóg finals for the year 2001. To start the proceedings this evening, we have Fiona McManus and Frida Hatton to sing the national anthem for us. So could we have your attention, please? This evening's proceedings with the Rinca Forna, the figure dancing competition, and the first team are from County Limerick, Ahan, and Ahan will dance Caip an Cúil Ord, the high call cap. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shahan, getting the evening off to a very lively start. Now, before I announce the second team, we have more problems with cars. 00MN 1887, a white Peugeot van, the lights are left on in it. So whoever owns that, you might get out and knock them off as quick as possible. The next team, Chemij Guchi Kuiga Ola, Cavan, Rory O'Moore's club. Rory O'Moore's club from Belturbo, County Cavan, and they will dance Trip to the Cottage. Give them a big round of applause, please. Goramahagif Belturbot. Now the third team in the Rinky Forna competition come from Corofin, County Galway, Connacht, and they will dance on Cur across the cross reel. Give them a big round of applause, please. Thank you very much to Cara Finn. Now, before I announce the last team, in the interests of all the competitors on the stage and the general enjoyment of the proceedings, could everybody who has a mobile phone switch it off? Because now, the final team representing Coigaline, St. Paul's Westmeath, and they will... St. Paul's will dance also dance the cross rail. So could we have your attention please for St. Paul's? Thank you. Goramahagiv, Nave Pole, St. Paul's. Now, before we move away from that competition, could we have a big round of applause for all the musicians that accompany the dancers there? Now, the second competition tonight is our Ronnie Daner solo singing. And again, I'll just emphasise the phones. Make sure every phone in the hall is turned off, particularly for this competition, as silence is of the essence. And we start the Ronnie Daner, the solo singing tonight, with Aisling McCormack from Columkill, County Longford. Aisling McCormack from Columkill Club, County Longford. And Aisling will sing The Flower of Finney. So could we have absolute silence in the hall, please, for this competition? Everybody take a seat and remain as quiet as possible. Thank you. Aisling, don't start in the silence. Now could we have absolute silence, please, before Aisling starts? Thank you.
Bright red is the sun on the waves of Loch Sheelan. A cool, gentle breeze from the mountains is stealing, while fair round its islets the small ripples play. But fairer than all is the flower of Finney. Her hair is like night and her eyes like grey morning. She trips on the heather as if its touch scorning, yet her heart and her lips are as mild as May Day. Sweet Eileen McMahon, the flower of Finney. But who down the hillside than red deer runs fleeter, and who on the lakeside is hastening to greet her? Ooh, but Fergus O'Farrell, the fiery and gay, the darling and pride of the flower of Finney. One kiss and one clasp and one wild look of gladness. Ah, why do they change on a sudden to sadness? He has told his hard fortune, no more can he stay. He must leave his poor Eilidh to pine in Finney. For Fergus O'Farrell was true to his sireland, and the dark hand of tyranny drove him from Ireland. He joins the brigade in the wars far away, but he vows he'll come back to the flower of Finney. 8 long years have passed till she's nigh broken-hearted. Her reel and her rock and her flax she has parted. She sails with the wild geese to Flanders away, and leaves her sad parents alone in Finney. On the slopes of La Joudouane the Frenchmen are flying. Lord Clare and his squadrons the foe still defying. Outnumbered and wounded, retreat in array, and bleeding rides Fergus and thinks of Finney. In the cloisters of Ypres a banner is swaying, beside it a pale weeping maiden is praying. That flag's the sole trophy of Ramillies fray. This none is poor Eilidh, the flower of Finney.
Gormahagadashting. Now, our next competitor in the Orani of the Inner competition comes from Tiberdorn, Bornacoola Club. Bornacoola are represented by Anya Mora Ní Cavana, Anne-Marie Kavanagh, and she will sing Pádraig Óg McCree. So give her a big round of applause, please. Could silence in the hall, please, now before she starts. Thank you.
I stood beside the Liffey's tide and gazed at its raging flood. I sighed when I thought how its waters deep ran red with our heroes' blood. For o'er the world was sad and dark, but none so sad as me, when I think of my Irish rebel lad, my Pádraig Óg McCree. His love for me was kind and true, it wove me in a spell. And how he loved his motherland, no words of mine can tell. And when his comrades thought they'd strike a blow for liberty, the first to grasp his rifle was my Pádraig Óg McCree. For 3 long weary days he fought by the Liffey swirling tide. And at Boland's mills he helped to fill the ranks of the true and tried. And after 3 long weary days, the sad news came to me that in the midst of the fighting fell my Podrigo Gmachri. And when his comrades brought to me the news of his noble death, how he thought of me, how he spoke of me with his last long dying breath. They laid him down for his last long sleep, along with the brave and free, and left me here to mourn my dear, my Podrigo Gmachri. Garv Makut.
Now the third competitor in the Aroniach Daner comes from Drogheda Wio, County Down, Mayo Bridge, County Down, and they're represented by Jane Rooney. Now Jane will sing Donal Og, so give her a big round of applause, please. Now could we have silence in the hall, please, before she starts? Thank you.
If you should go across the water, take me with you, and I'll be your partner on a fair day market. You'll be well looked after, and you will sleep with the Greek king's daughter. Oh, lad of fairness, oh, lad of redness, oh, lad so fair, my mind's in sadness to think of another in your name calling. The top and bottom of my hair start falling. You said you would meet me, but you were lying behind the sheep shed as day was dying. I whistled and called you 10 times repeating, but all I heard was the young lambs bleating. stars are peeping. Rap the door that makes no creaking. My mother will ask you, who are your people? I'll say you're a sigh of the night winds weeping. I saw you first on a Sunday evening, about the Easter, as I was kneeling. It was the Christ Passion that I was reading, but my mind was on you, and my sad heart grieving. Oh, Donalog, you won't find me lazy, not like some high-born expensive lady. I'll do your milking, and I'll nurse your baby, and when you're set on, I'll defend you bravely. Oh, you took what's before me and what's behind me. You took east and west when you would not mind me. Sun, moon, and stars from my sky you've taken, and God as well, or I am mistaken. Oh, Donalog, when you crossed the ocean. Go to McCabe.
Gurmag of the Sinead. Now, before we call our last competitor, I'm fair to say, in spite of a couple of words been said, there are still mobile phones going off in the middle of the singing competition, which is showing complete disrespect to the competitors on stage. So I will once again appeal that anybody who has a mobile phone in their possession, will you please ensure that it is turned off immediately. Now, the final competitor in the Nuachleas from Coiga Connacht, County Leitrim. Representing Eslin Club, we have Deirdre McCabe. Give her a big round of applause, please. Now, Deirdre will sing My Lovely Sweet Gra Gal Mo Cree. So could we have silence in the hall, please? Thank you.
And westward through Clownroad Parish, one day the heart I chanced for to stray. I met with the comely young damsel, that happened to chance by the way. She was like the bright star of the morning, so brilliant and charming was she. Darling, but lovely, sweet Rochelle McCree. I approached her the moment I saw her, as always was prone for to do. I asked her the questions I thought of. I now will relate them to you. Fair maid, will you leave your own father and fly o'er those mountains with me? And I will style you my darling, my lovely, sweet Rochelle McCree. As sure as the summer comes warm, and as sure as the autumn proceeds, as sure as the winter comes after, and the spring when we all sow the seeds, to the sun rises west in the morning and shines o'er the Loma so dear. No name shall I claim for my darling, but lovely, sweet Rochelle McCree. And through Carrick-on-Immenay next morning, I carried my love with great speed. I was not afraid of her father for doing so awful a deed. I took her to sweet Glendillan, my bright everlasting to be. And I rolled her in my arms.
Mille mahgat.
Gormahagat Deirdre. Now the next competition, our third competition tonight, is the Ceolúirlisha Instrumental Music Competition. And here we start in Connacht, Cuntamweo, Castlebar Mitchells. And Castlebar Mitchells will play a jig and a reel. The jig is called The Lucky Penny and the reel is called Fisherman's Island. So give them a big round of applause, please. Gormaha give Castlebar Mitchells. Now the second competitors in the Ceolúirlisha competition come from Donaghmore Kildalgon, Donaghmore Ashbourne Club, Cuntinimee, and they will play a jig and reel as well. The Fair-Haired Boy is the name of the jig, and Tilly Fins is the name of the reel. So can we have a big round of applause for them, please? could you settle down in the hall, please? They're ready to start. Thank you. Thank you very much, Donamore Ashburn. Now, the third team in this competition come from County Limerick, Timber Lanthorn, and they will also play a jig and a reel. Timber Lanthorn will play Tobin's jig and the Cavan reel. So, could we have a big round of applause for them, please? I've been asked to announce as well that to keep the doors closed until the interval. There's too many people moving around there at each of the breaks, and even when competitors are on stage, and it's not fair to them. So could you just resume your seats, please? Now, I think Temple Lanthorn are almost ready to start. Thank you. Thank you very much to Temple Glanthorne there. Now, the final team in the in the instrumental music competition represent Trillick St. McCartans from Tyrone, from County Tyrone. And they will play a jig, Porth Gan Anam, and a real Sweeney's Buttermilk. So can we have a big round of applause for them, please? Thank you very much, Tyrone. Now we move on to the Shorts competition, Recitation. The first team here, the first person here, is representing Drumowan from Monaghan, County Monaghan. They're represented by Brendan Duffy. And Brendan will recite a piece called I'm Civil. So can you give him a big round of applause, please? Now again in this competition, the same as there are on Athlone earlier on, the solo singing, we need absolute silence in the hall to give each competitor a fair chance. So if you could all take a seat please, and silence. Just for about 10 minutes or 15 until we get this competition over. Thank you. There you go.
I'm a civil old devil from beyond belief. Just minding me business and minding me sheep. Well, I minded me a story of a minder cowl, of how 3 little words can be your downfall. Now, me father was civil and I'm civil too. We're the civilest creators from here to Belcoo. Says he as he died with a glint in his eye. When you're stuck for a word, son, say, aye, surely aye. I courted a lump from Eslin a skillin', and I hadn't the nerve to say no to a biddin'. One night she proposed with a glen or aye. Sure, I nearly give in and says, aye, surely aye. I was walking the roads from Ballad to Recitation to gather an old creamery cans on me way, when a show boy jumped out from Mence Maguire's shed, and to tell you the truth, I thought I was dead. His face was all black, and his clothes were all green, and he whispered into an old talking machine. And the pack on his back, it must have weighed near a ton, and I thought he shot crows, 'cause he carried a gun. He mustn't have been from a neighbouring townland, for he spoke in a tone I could not understand. He muttered and spluttered with his gun in me eye, but just to be civil I says, aye, surely aye. Well, 6 more jumped out from behind some old winds, and they pushed me and pulled me and tied me in chains. I was tossed up like a turkey and couldn't have ran, when they bundled me into an old transit van, and me only out getting me creamery can. Should I wouldn't believe me, divil the one. They were giggling and laughing and near in hysterics when their old van pulled in at then a Skillen police barracks, and they threw me down in a dark dingy cell, surrounded by police and soldiers as well. And 4 of them fired nothing but questions, and 2 other Q boys kept making suggestions. I paid them no heed as the hours ticked by, but just to be civil I says, aye, surely aye. Well, I tell you, the next day I got the queer shock, as the judge roared at me as I stood in the dock. You've made your confession, they admitted an aye. Sure, all I could say was, aye, surely aye. Well, I'm not feeling 100, and I'll tell you the reason. I'm lying here now committed for treason, for kidnapping Shergar in the dead of the night, and riding me rally without any light. I've admitted committing every crime known to you, and just to be certain, I invented a few. I'm a supergrass too, but what I cannot soul is how dare to suggest that I might be a mole. When I serve all me sentence, I'll be 202. I'll be too old to marry, so what will I do? There'll be rakes and out dances, and I won't know the steps. I'll be stuck in a corner, or stuck in a shelf. Boys, I'm a holy Tara. But you know what beats the devil? I wouldn't be here at all, if I hadn't have been so civil. Well, I've made up me mind starting today. I'll say what I mean, and I'll mean what I say. I'll be civil no more till the day that I die. That's what I'll do. Aye, surely aye. Go on, my August.
Gormahagat Brendan. Now our next competitor, the second competitor in the Irish Shoreups competition, the Recitation, is representing Roscommon, St Dominic's Club, Anya Shine. And Anya will recite a piece that she wrote herself called Ismisha Sam Maguire.
Misha Sam Maguire, me fain screeve. I stand direct to attention. gleaming, sparkling in all my glory, decked ornately in jewels, silver and gold, glinting in the autumn sunshine, as thousands stand to attention, proudly declaring their national heritage, their local allegiance. My long, colourful tresses blow elegantly in the breeze as I overlook my 30 subjects battling on the sporting field below. Patiently I wait, I watch admiringly at a distance until the ultimate signal is given and the victory roar is chorused. Then the grand procession commences, and on the Eslin, uncommon Nuachleas scale, is ceremoniously dethroned from its pedestal, as I wait with bated breath to reign in a county of sporting distinction. I refer to Ancorn, its Misha Sam Maguire. As the old saying states, mighty oaks from tiny acorns grow. Sporting starts in the home, from kicking the ball off the gable of the house to playing in a parish league in the local sports field. Every young child's dream is to don the county colours and play on the greatest pitch in Ireland, Croke Park. Appearances may belie my age, but don't forget, I've witnessed many a September final, yet year after year, the gleam of excitement from the waving banners over the roars and shouts of encouragement never fails to set the scene as the two most proficient teams in the country battle it out. Whether it be a rainy, dismal day or a sunny Sunday in September, the crowds arrive in their thousands to the hallowed grounds of Croke Park. And oh, it makes me so proud. After months and even years of preparation, the determination and skill of these players at their national game is to be greatly admired. I refer not only to the field of play, but to the many long hours of physical training and personal sacrifice endured by these men and their families over the previous months. Níl rudder be casúla an scalunda a tála harj I barco croki agus Scór e Giri an Leaf Road a chwari gól an Engok on an Cornwood a Horchawalya. Do you know that GAA activities are now broadcast all over the world? It's certainly a far cry from the early days when the only commentator was the loudest mouth around you, and the only grandstand was an overcoat, a felt hat, and if you were really lucky, an umbrella. Before I depart, I wish to indulge in nostalgia. They called them the Roaring Forties, and the crowds were surely roaring in the autumns of 43 and 44. Both finals stand out in my memory for different reasons. So competitive is this game that only 6 captains have had the honour of receiving me twice. In the years to which I have referred, a vibrant young man from Roscommon, clad proudly in the blue and gold of his county, approached me victoriously, not alone on the first, but also on the second occasion. As many a captain did before and since, the young Roscommon man, Jimmy Murray, grabbed me greedily in his powerful arms and raised me aloft to be admired by teammates and supporters alike. So excited and so proud was he that for an instant I feared I would be forever aloft and never find my feet again. But all's well that ends well, and my feet hit terra firma again, west of the Shannon, to once again stand erect to attention, gleaming, sparkling in all my glory, in a small village called Novelty. And I must say, I thoroughly enjoyed my time there. More is the pity I haven't seen it since. Still, my reign endures. 2001 is another year, another pilgrimage for my subjects, another year of anticipation for me. Slán, is Michelle Mass, Sam Maguire, Gormila Mahagwid.
Gormahagat Anya. Thanks, Anya. Now, our third competitor in the recitation competition represents Westmeath, Ballad Oak, Rosemount Club, and they're represented by Séan O Heislin, Enda Murray. And Enda will recite John Carroll's 21st. So give him a big round of applause, please. Thank you.
Johnny Carroll's 21st. Johnny Carroll, a nephew of mine, was having a party to celebrate the son's 21st. He said Tommy's the last of the family and we're making a bit of a burst. We're going to have it an old times affair. We're inviting all the uncles and aunts. Won't yourself and the missus come over and show them all the way you used to dance? Julia said, sure, we'd be delighted. It isn't often we've a party like that. And I haven't seen Nancy since the day she was married, and I'd be looking forward to a bit of a chat. Julia bought a new outfit. She made me buy a new suit of clothes. And money was rather scarce at the time, and I was raging to have to sell me few yours. Julia said, we'll have to get Tommy a present. Says I'll give him nothing if I had me way. Since the day he was born, he was nothing but a hooker, and he's not one bit better today. I remember to see him at a football match when he was only a brat of a chap. And if I was his father that day, I would have altered his face with a slap. He was chastised for kicking a lad in the face. And do you know what he said to the ref? He told him where to go and what to do with himself. And the word begins with an F. Julia said, I'm not going to that party with one arm as long as the other. Last year, when our Mary got married, we got a present from Tommy, and we also got one from his mother. Well, the nephew met us when we arrived. You're heartily welcome, says he. Come on out here for a minute. I want you to see the marquee. Well, the whole haggard was covered in canvas. You never saw such a sight. And with all the big bulbs that were hanging around, you'd swear it was broad daylight. And the band was there with all their equipment. They had their saxophones and microphones and drums and guitars, and I'd say by the way they were shaping, they were after drinking a good many jars. There was one lad singing or screeching in front of the mic. I'd say the man was in pain. He was wriggling and twisting like an eel out of water, and you wouldn't know one word he was saying. I'd say it was well after midnight when the dancers took to the floor. And I know the way the lads asked the girls out to dance, I know I never seen it before. There was one lad there with these tight-fitting jeans and a pair of bowed legs like a pliers. And he grabbed this young one and dragged her out on the floor. You swear it was a yo he was pulling out of the briars. I don't know how long they stayed jumping around. When they were finished, they were lathered in sweat. You'd swear they were after being pulled through a river. Every stitch on their backs was so wet. When Tommy announced there was supper inside, you never saw such a stampede. You'd think they hadn't got a bit for a week, and they were gone mad for the want of a feed. Some of them burst through the canvas, you'd think the place was on fire. And one lad got a big gash in his leg when he took a shortcut through the barbed wire. "Who wrote it?" says your man in the band when I asked him to play a half set. Says I was a bigger eager task. I might have known the answer I'd get. Then I said to Julia, "Come on, Mum, we go home. I'm really fed up to the chin. We'll slip off while that mob are eating and we'll be gone before they come in." With the noise of the band and the noise of the crowd, I don't know which was the worst. But one thing's for sure, I learned my lesson. That was my first and my last 21st. Thank you.
Now we're on to the final competitor in the Irish Shore competition, the recitation, representing Limerick, Palace Green Club. And Palace Green are represented by Anya Sinead Nireen, and Anya will recite The Stormy Years. So give her a big round of applause, please.
The Stormy Years by Joseph F. Ward. Mrs. Nolan sat fatigued and tired and felt so much alone. Her health was failing once again and she worried about her home. Her husband was the careless type whose work took him away. "'Twould be easier for me to cope if John were home each day." They had 2 boys named Pat and Bill, who never caused them pain. But a wayward daughter, Sheila, was the cause of all their strain. "I'm grown up now," she said. "I can make up my own mind. I'm capable of knowing right from wrong. Don't treat me like a child." Sheila had some pals of whom her mother did not approve, and unknown to her daughter, she watched her every move. "There is a certain place in town where you must not go again. That place has a reputation for drink and drugs and sin." But Sheila disobeyed her and slipped out there one night and didn't return home again until the morning light. Her mother then confronted her, but Sheila shrugged her head. "It's none of your business, Mum. Now I'm off to bed." "Come back here, you hussy! How dare you give me cheek? You'll not stir outside that door for at least another week." "But I've got to have some freedom. Your discipline is just cruel. I'm fed up being treated like a child." And she stormed off to her room. Mrs. Nolan lay awake in bed and worried about her daughter. "She's going down the wrong road now, in spite of all I've taught her. If only my husband John were home, some discipline we would keep." And at last, with sheer exhaustion, Mrs. Nolan fell asleep. Pat and Bill were up at 8. They did this as a rule, and by the time their mother woke, they were on their way to school. She had a look in Sheila's room and saw she was not there. "Oh, she's gone to school. Now, I wonder, was I fair?" The boys returned from school soon after 3:30. They had turkey for their dinner, and their eyes lit up with glee. She was expecting Sheila home soon after 4 o'clock. But 5 and 6 and 7 came. She still waited for her knock. But what a terrible shock she got when she went to Sheila's room, for there inside her wardrobe was her uniform for school. My God, that's been hanging there throughout this livelong day. And it finally began to dawn on her that Sheila had run away. The days and weeks passed away, but no word of Sheila came. Through the days and nights, through the years that passed, her mother lay awake. I wonder what evil befell her, or what direction she did take. If the good Lord has taken her, well, she's happy up there with him. But if she's still alive today, how I wish I could see her again. She had struggled, saved and sacrificed, but her reward was then obtained. She had sent her sons to college, and now they were ordained. As their parents knelt for their blessings, they said a special prayer. Oh, how happy that day would be if only Sheila too were there. An Irish girl stood numbed and still at a newsstand in Camden Town. She gazed at an Irish paper, and the tears came flowing down as she recognized her brothers who were ordained in Rome. The girl was Sheila Nolan, and she longed now to go home. How oft she'd wished to return home, but her guilt, shame and fears prevented her from coming back through all those lonesome years. But now her mind was made up. I'll go home this very day. I hope there's welcome there for me, and if there is, I'll stay. Later, back at Nolan's, Mrs. Nolan lay quite ill and was being given the last rites by father's patent bill, when a sudden rush at the bedroom door made everyone stop and stare. And in the evening sunlight, Sheila Nolan stood right there. She quickly moved to her mother's side. Mother, Mother, it's me, she cried. Her mother gave a faint little smile, and in Sheila's arms she died.
Thank you very much, Anya. Now, the final competition before the break is the Ballad group. But before I introduce the first team in the Ballad group, I need to announce again that Predator Securities have given me the key of a white Mondeo. The key was left in the boot of the Mondeo. I announced this at the start of the evening. Now, I have the key of the car here. So, if anybody is missing the keys of a white Mondeo that they left in the boot, I have them. You need to come back up behind the stage and get them. Now, the Ballad group competition is next, and the first team representing the Pearshie from County Limerick, and they will sing Ace the Store and Colleen Jazz. So can you give them a big round of applause, please?
And she comes from the heart of Garryowen, and they call her the Colleen Lass. My true love's voice is as bright and clear as the sun on a summer's day, and the golden curls of her flaxen hair down her neck and shoulders stray. No land or title does she own, she's a simple Irish lass, and she comes from the heart of Garryowen, and they call her the Colleen Lass. My true love's heart is forever warm, and true is her love for me. And 'tis all she tells me that it won't be long until our love is free. And 'tis all she tells me to watch and pray, and soon 'twill come to pass. And I wish every Irish girl today was as sweet as the Colleen Lass. My true love's eyes will forever glow with love, may they always shine. I swell with pride every day that dawns to know that she is mine. But strive to revive the world, and pray 'twill come to pass, when people will be one again with me and the Colleen Lass. My true love's voice is as bright and clear as the sun on a summer's day, and the golden curls of her flaxen hair down her neck and shoulders stray. No land or title does she own, she's a simple Irish lass, and she comes from the heart of Garryowen, and they call her the Colleen Lass. And she comes from the heart of Garryowen, and they call her the Colleen Lass. Colleen Lass, Colleen Lass.
Thank you very much, Piercy. Now, before I announce the second team in the Ballad Group competition, just a small little word for the adjudicators and guests that the teas at the interval have been changed. If you go through the door on your right, up beside the stage on your right, up the stairs, the teas have been moved to there. So, just in case they're not over in the other building as normal. Now, the second team in the Ballad Group competition come from Cuntamwinnicon, Trua Gales. And Trua Gales will sing The Flower of Maharilli and A Store, a Gra. Can you give them a big round of applause, please? Now, could we have silence in the hall, please? Now, they're ready to start. Thank you.
Pleasant summer's morning, when all the flowers were springing, nature was adorning, and the wee birds sweetly singing, I met my love near Banbridge town, my charming blue-eyed Sally, she's the queen of the county.
county down, the flower of Maharali. With admiration I did gaze upon this blue-eyed maiden who Adam wasn't half so pleased when he met his Eve in Eden. Who her skin was like the lily white that grows in yonder valley. Oh, she's my queen and my heart's delight, the flower of Maharali. Oh. Shoes were Spanish leather robe, her bonnet with no ribbon strung, her scarlet cap and feather bow. Like Venus bright she did appear, my charming blue-eyed Sally. Oh, she's the girl that I love dear, the flower of Maharali. Oh, I hope the day will surely come when we'll join hands together. 'Tis then I'll beaches, store, go. Oh, chuck fit to no any too. Store, go. Oh, store, chuck beaches, store, go. Oh, chuck fit to no any too.
Thank you very much to two Gales there from County Monaghan. Now the third team in the Ballad Group competition are representing Roscommon St Dominic's Club. And they will sing Through the Eyes of an Irish Man and a song in Donegal Irish called Molly Gook Ni Gullinan. So can we have a big round of applause please for St Dominic's.
It was over, I was out in the cold. It hurt I may never see again. And we'll all leave tonight. Every child, every woman and man. For we know in our hearts that we'll always be part of our proud and wonderful land. Yes, we'll all leave tonight, and we sing as loud as we can of an island so green that can only be seen through the eyes of an Irishman, of an island so green that can only be seen through the eyes of an Irishman, through the eyes of an Irishman. Chimney small, Berlana good Johnny Blossy May. O Karim a Kalim Yoga, Karim a folk and Taribit. His father la mumi umi, his father la mumi o Jimmy She. His father la Misa Susi, Malina good Nicolana. Yeni me Chaco and North, Swagar, Banya Brackagum. He's singing my dinner gun go, Mali just one Nicolana. His father la mumi umi, his father la mumi o Jimmy She. His father la Misa Susi, Malina good Nicolana. His father la mum, his father la mum, his father la mumi o Jimmy She. His father la Misa Susi, Malina good Nicolana. Shrin Yakron Bosch, snagging your run of chicken house. The end of Muhammad Gabrak, a chicken my one Nicolana. His father la mumi umi, his father la mumi o Jishi. His father la Misa Susi, Malina good Nicolana. Initial and quell, is all of them such a brother guy. Yen and Shamar from Bjorn, a good just open Shandana. His father la mumi umi, his father la mumi o Jimmy She. His father la Misa Susi, Malina good, Malina good, Nicolana.
Niamh Dominic. Thank you very much, St. Dominic's. Now, our final competitors in the Ballad Group competition are representing Ufalia. And they're the Clara Club. And Clara will sing for us In an Orchard and Macalleen Rua. So can we have a big round of applause, please, for Clara? Thank you.
Domain Eslin amor vi menari. Shapia fe agam kashakuan. Karamo waja mach Cameron Shannon agus verin o waja Macalleen Rua. Hag melam ni o waja go by ballad. Tree ballad clear kind of nothing crua. Kalila bila dog mimo wanya narhak. Beja klana to mokhali rua. Barlamino bo is no barak. So will the Lord gas a chakan kun. Be shame on a green dollar lane, dollar glin. Be shame on a finna mokhali rua. Hug me lambi o bala go bala. Tree bala clear kind of nothing crua. Kalila bila dog mimo wanya narhak. Beja klana to mokhali rua. Rack for the Tura lura laddie. Rack for the Tura lura lay. Rack for the Tura lura laddie. Rack for the Tura lura lay. Canil chakois son olana sabala. Ag dog me chaklana to mokhale rua. Ag dimmi shile la buko sharpa. Sam goela to a kali rua. Ag me lambi o wada go bada. Tree bala clear kana nati crua. Canela bila dog me mo wada narha. Beja klana to mokhali rua. And when I'm gone, may I be one with the land and the sea and the foe in an orchard 'neath the comrades and my sweet Dungarvan home. Dungarvan home.
Now we're on to the 7th competition of the evening. This is the Nuachleas or Novelty Act competition. And the first team on stage here will be Séan O Heislin representing County Leitrim. Now, in keeping with the Scór rules, we're showing an empty stage. We will close the curtain then, and the team have 10 minutes from the time the curtain closes to the end of the act. And it's been timed backstage. The bell is backstage. So, when the curtain opens again, it'll be Séan O Heislin representing County Leitrim. Thank you.
Oh, look. Your teacher spelled wrong. Take out the E and put in an A. What? Take out the E and put in an A.
All right. What do we call the teacher?
How about teacher is a very nice person?
No way, that's stupid.
How will you go back and play with your dolls? I've got it. How about teachers are fool?
Yeah, right. What? How do you spell fool?
Oh. Ten. Quick, teacher's coming.
Cheers, Mary, the Foshly.
Yes, Mary, get your winter.
I see we have a genius in the class. Johnny! Yes, miss! I see you're late again this morning. Oh, yes, miss. It was the snow. It was the snow that kept me. The snow? Yes, miss. Every time I took a step forward, I slipped that tree. Well, in that case, how did you get in here? Oh, that's very simple, miss. I turned and headed for home. You don't expect me to believe that. Tell me the truth. All right, miss. I slept in late. Had an awful dream last night. I dreamt I was in hell. And what did you see in hell, Johnny? Oh, please, miss, it was full of teachers. And did you see me there? Ah, no, miss. Thanks be to God. But I saw your car in the car park. Right, boys and girls. Today we're going to start with maths. Laura.
Yes, miss.
Could you please tell me how many millimetres there are in a centimetre?
Please, miss, 10.
Very good. Parky, could you please tell me how many feet there are in a yard?
Please, miss. I don't know.
You don't know how many feet there are in a yard?
Miss, it depends.
It depends on what?
Well, miss, it depends on how many people are in the yard.
Get down! Decimals. Joseph, up to the board. Yes, miss. If I want to multiply 10.4 by 10, where does the decimal point go? Please, miss, you have no idea? No, miss. These are very simple decimals. decimal point. Oh, please, miss, it's on the duster. Get back here. I'll make things simple for you. Can you please tell me what half of 8 is?
3.
How'd you figure that one out?
Miss, I'll show you.
Get back to your seat. Geography. Mary, could you please find America for us on the globe?
Yes, miss. There's America, miss.
Very good. But can anyone tell me who found America? Oh, Miss Ross.
Please, Miss Mary found it.
There she is. Yesterday, we were talking about different kinds of birds. And Lundove, and Prakon. But can anyone tell me which bird doesn't build its own nest? Miss Mary.
Please, Miss the Cuckoo.
Very good. Johnny. Yes, miss. Did you know that one?
Oh, of course I did, miss. Sure, why wouldn't I?
Why so?
Oh, sure, miss. Doesn't everybody know that a cuckoo lives in a clock?
Very funny. Last week, we were talking about the Holy Family and the flight into Egypt. Parky, could you come up and draw us a picture of the Holy Family?
Yes, miss.
Supposed to be?
That's a helicopter, miss.
But I thought I told you to draw the Holy Family.
Miss, I did. That's them in the back.
Oh, good. But who's that in the front?
Miss, that's Pontius the pilot.
Get back to your seat! Last night's poem. Ross, recite it for me.
Humpty Dumpty sat in the wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, all the king's horse and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty together again.
Get back here! That is not the way to recite a poem! Katie, could you come up and show him how it's done?
Yes, miss.
Pay attention!
Humpty Dumpty sat in a wall.
And keep your mouth open.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty together again.
And keep your chin up. Very good, Katie. Ross, try again.
Humpty Dumpty sat in a wall with his mouth hairpin. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty together again with his chin up in the air.
Okay then, boys and girls. I'm going to show you how the moon works.
Shut up,
kids! Full moon! Half moon!
Half moon.
Total eclipse!
Total eclipse.
Seeing as you enjoyed that so much, I'll show you again.
Yes, miss.
Full moon!
Full moon.
takes the biscuit?
Up. Up. Thank you very much, Séan O Heislin there. That Novelty Act, I should have announced the title at the start, was Modern or Squire, it was called. We move on to the second team now in the Novelty Act in the Nuachleas competition, and they're representing Kildare, and they're represented by Rath Coffee Club. The title of Rath Coffee's Novelty Act is Welcome to Tara. So we're showing an empty stage now. We'll close the curtain and let them set up.
Go and defend the sovereignty of Ireland. And so
the prophecy of the mighty McCabe had at last been fulfilled. Our next story is Tiernan O. Oisin, son of McCabe, had only one wish. It was to grow up resembling his father, until one day.
Through you ride the finest horse I've ever seen. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to.
It's mission need, Tommy Rolla. I've come to take you to Tiernan O, the land of the youth.
Well, you have to persuade me, baby. Nothing! You're idling the Tiernan O! Mind those potholes!
Tiernan O!
May I take your daughter's hand in marriage?
Have you seen the Queen?
I have, but I'd rather marry your daughter.
Let the celebrations begin. As the years passed, their love grew stronger, but something troubled Oisin. Care taught her to love.
Oh, Niamh, I miss Ireland so much. I must go home to visit my father in the Fianna.
But Oisin, remember, if you touch Irish soil, you will never return to Tiernan O. Don't go, I beg of you. Please don't go.
Slán McGraw.
It's good to be back home again.
It's the hill of Vallon in County Kildare. But it's all changed. I shall go as the High King of Tara.
What is that in this?
Do I not resemble my father, Fionn McCool? How is he?
Sure, he's not looking too good. Sure, he's been dead for 300 years.
I do believe it! I shall find him! It's a pothole!
Hey! I found your father. Your wish has come true. You do resemble him. Alas, the High Kings of Tara have come to an end. With the story of Brian Boru. It was 795 when the Vikings landed. What's up? We'll plunder and rob. We'll kill and we'll pillage. Then we'll burn down this little village. Till Merchant's King. Oh, we need a tough guy. We need someone new.
Your prayers are answered! I'm Brian Boru. I was a hunk of an Irishman. Muscles like rocks. I broke many a heart down by the docks. Me hair like coal. Me eye emerald green. The best thing in a skirt that you've ever seen. When they took me to Tara and crowned me High King, there was music galore. We had a great fling.
Well, here I am from Paddy's land, the land of high renown. I broke the hearts of all the girls from Miles to Kittytown. And when they hear that I'm away, they raise a hullabaloo. When they hear about the handsome lad they call
We were at the peak of our fitness in 1014, you may recall, as we marched into Dublin, down to the Bull Wall. The bloody battle started.
will be me, of course.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Wrong answer?
Thank you very much there to Rath Coffey representing Kildare with the act called Welcome to Tara. Now, for those of you that may not be familiar with the rules, the warning bell that you hear going off is at 9 minutes, so all acts have 1 minute after that bell. That bell isn't to the end of the time, just in case anybody is worried down there. The third team in the Nuachleas competition and the novelty acts are representing County Cavan, Templeport. And their act is called Templeport Hurrah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, missus. You got a lovely seat down there. Ah, you must have been here early. We got badly held up.
Come on now, run along.
Hold on, I just explained to the lady. We got in on this big roundabout, and round and round. We couldn't get off it. Our heads were spinning.
I'll have to ask you to move along. We must get on with the competition.
Ah, sure, here now. Better late than never.
Now, if you've quite finished your conversation, would you please move along and allow me to sing on my own?
Fair enough. I'll go out to the rest of them and come back when you're finished.
You come back when he's finished, and are you taking part?
Am I taking part? No, I got all dressed up and came to Athlone to see what the weather was like.
And another thing, are you a member of the GAA?
Am I a member of the GAA? Didn't I play for Cavan in the All-Ireland semi-final in 1997?
Well, I was at the Ulster final in 1997. And I don't remember seeing you in the team.
Well, now, I was out of action for the Ulster final. I had a touch of a 6-county stomach.
A 6-county stomach?
Aye, the doctors found an ulster in it.
And what did you do about that?
Oh, they performed a massive operation on me corporation. But they made a mighty job of it, though.
May I ask you once again to leave the stage?
Hold on, I'm just explaining to the man. You see, after the operation, they had to move me from centre forward to outside right.
And why was that?
Sure, I had no inside left, and what could they do?
Well, I myself was very good in the football field. There I go, soloing down the field, the ball kissing the toe of my boot.
And then he gets a trip and his nose is kissing the ground.
Then I score a point, and another point, and another point.
So that's 3 points. When you mean handy to get a goal.
Then the game's over, and what a game. Does that mean carried off?
By the guards?
By my supporters.
You mean your suspenders?
Look, I'm fed up with interruptions. Will you please run along and allow this gentleman to sing on his own?
Nice lady, asking me to run along. And me crippled with romantic pains in me legs.
Well, you don't have to run. Just go outside. I'm going to sing even if it kills me.
Well, don't drop off on us anyhow.
Ladies and gentlemen, by very special request, I'm going to sing that beautiful... What the devil do you want now?
Is it any harm in asking you what you're going to sing?
I'm going to sing Far, Far Away.
Thanks be to God. There for a minute, I thought you was going to sing here.
I am going to sing here.
I don't understand you at all. You're going to sing here, far, far away.
Exactly, precisely.
You got a few big words there. You must have swallowed the dictionary. I have a few big words now myself. Millennium, tribunal, and marmalade jam.
Jolly good, jolly good. Ladies and gentlemen, by very special request, I'm going to sing that beautiful old ballad, Far, Far Away.
What is it, lovely land far, far away, ready all eat rashers and eggs, 3 times a day.
Very nice. nice, very nice. So you're a singer then?
I am.
And what's it you sing? Opera? Grand opera?
Anything that comes into me head, you know.
Spontaneous.
No, combustion.
And you're a composer and sing the songs you compose, I suppose.
I am, but that's not what we're here for tonight. We're here to do the figure dance.
The figure dance? Oh, you're a bit late. The figure dance is over.
We're late.
Yes, you're late.
I'll ask the audience.
No, but you could phone a friend to get you out of here.
Time is running out. Will you please leave the stage immediately?
I wonder would the adjudicators let us do our dance.
Oh, well, I suppose it's worth a try. They're just out there.
Where?
Just out there in the centre of the hall.
Excuse me, we got a bit held up. I was wondering if we could do our dance. Thanks indeed. They said it was okay. You can't beat a bit of diplomacy. Aloysius, bring them in. Aloysius, where's the twins? Didn't I tell you not to let them out of your sight? Now how are you going to do our dance? Me after asking the adjudicators and Séan McCabe, the president of the GA, down in the hall looking up at us. I'm very sorry about this, Mr. McCabe.
Is there a problem?
You can be sure there's a problem. The twins have gone off to their relaxing room, and the time they had to pick. They're not the smartest, you know, to get after the mother's people.
Well, can I help out in any way?
Well, now, you could take me out of a hole if you could fill in for one of the twins.
Well, waltzing is my speciality.
So Maggie take you. She'll make you float like a boat. Or still short one. Would you help out yourself?
Well, this is slightly unorthodox.
Unorthodox. This has nothing to do with religion. Step in here with me. I'll knock sparks off you. Thanks indeed. I've out all the movements there myself. But I give you one bit of advice. If it's song or dance, always go for original material.
And speaking of original material, have any original songs?
I'm glad you asked me that. I'm after putting the finishing touches to me latest. It's called Temple Portrait. Will we sing it?
Miss Doubtful be loud.
Of course it won't be loud. We must get on with the competition.
I wonder could I ask the adjudicators again. Excuse me there again. We've a bit of a song here. Take less than 2 minutes. Would it be okay if we sang it? Thanks indeed. Yes, our angels.
And have any words?
I have the words here somewhere. Aha! But remember, when you're competing at this level of score, it's not words, it's lyrics.
Lyrics?
Lyrics.
And have any music to go with these lyrics of yours?
You thought you caught me there. Everyone beginning a team might be on strike these days. Teachers, trains and taxis, but not Temple Port. Aloysius, bring them in! So you'll join in yourself. When it comes to our culture, we leave nobody out.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Oh, Temple Portrait! Temple Portrait! The singers how to march along with Temple Portrait.
Our farmer tried to make us kind of, he was kind of dull.
But he'd have no milk no more per man because the cows are bull. Oh, Temple Portrait! Temple Portrait! The singers how to march along with Temple Portrait.
They walked the lane together, the sky was filled with stars. And when they reached the gate, he left for her the bar.
He night was well, no thank him because she did no harm. He was just a farmer's boy in horrible freezing cold.
Thank you very much there to Templeport representing County Cavan. Now the final team in the Novelty Act competition are representing Newcastle, County Tipperary. And the name of their act is The Whole Story. So we'll just close the stage for a moment now and we'll get Newcastle, County Tipperary organised. Thank you.
Do you know who I am? No. I'm the foreman's wife.
thanks be to God for that. Who's in charge here? He is. If this hole isn't filled in by the time that I get back, then it'll all be in trouble.
Well, do you know what that one is? She needs a right good kick up in the back of the head. Well, she gave you a pain where you never had a window. Look, my backslack's coming down the road now. You got to the right old backslacks. 'Tis me wife.
Where do you think you're going?
Nowhere. I'm just coming back.
Back from where?
Back from where I was just going.
And what are you doing here? I want an explanation, Ginger, and I want the truth.
Will you make up your mind which one you want?
And another thing, you never said goodbye to me this morning. Every morning when Mr. Kelly next door goes to work, he kisses his wife goodbye. And why don't you do that?
Well, sure, they only moved in a week ago. I don't know her well enough yet.
I'm ashamed, Ginger. I'm ashamed of the way we live. Me mother pays our rent, me aunt sends me clothes, and me sister gives me money to buy food. I'm really ashamed, Ginger.
And so you should be. Have you got 2 more uncles and they never gave us a penny?
Never mind that. I thought you were meant to be going to the Double office this morning, Ginger.
I did, but sure, Foss sent me down here to do this work.
Foss? What's that?
Fianna Fáil's answer to slavery.
And did you get any wages, Ginger?
No, not yet.
Do you know that before we were married, he worshipped the ground that I walked on?
I did, when I taught her father on the day.
I'll be back for the wages, Ginger. Do you know you are so stupid?
Yeah, well, if brains were dynamite, you wouldn't have enough to blow your nose. Well, it's as easy to know who wears the pants in that house. That wouldn't happen with my wife. Sure, I came home from work the other day and there was no hot water. I came out stink. I rose the roof. I hate when they wash up in cold water. Where's Ginger?
He's gone down the road with the backslacks.
I mean his wife. He'll be back in a minute.
Here, will you give this money?
What's the money for?
I can't explain.
What's it for?
Tell me what it's for.
I think I got rid for now. I should be back there for me money. Oh, speaking of money, Timmy left this money for you. Timmy left money. The horse was the one. The horse won the rich. Yes. Look, I'll share some of this money out between us. There's half for me, half for you, and here's another half for Timmy. I mind Timmy's half, so right. Listen, we better get some work done before the boss comes. Go over there and get them shovels. Look, here's the foreman now. We better start them busy. What are you doing here? Nothing. And what are you doing here? I'm just helping him. When I left here today, I told you to dig that hole over there. So why did you dig it here? Well, we tried digging it over there, but we found the ground was not softer over here. Well, you've not got very much done anyway. Well, we'd have a lot more done if we didn't have to fill it in again for the dinner. And why was that? In case somebody might fall in and disturb us while we're at our dinner. Not even my wife would be so stupid as to fall into a hole like that. Oh, you would be very surprised. Oh, never mind that. Did you bring the wages? Wages. That's all that's bothering you. Here you are. Hang on a minute, boss. I'm £1 short this week. Well, you weren't complaining last week when you had £1 too much. I know. I can overlook a mistake once, but when it happens twice. Oh. Here you are. That's grand sum of Sloan, didn't you? Hey, boss, wait. What about my wages? Your wages. Sure, didn't I give your wages to Timmy down to town about a half an hour ago? He said he'd drop them up to you. You hardly expect to get paid twice, do you? Now clear up this mess before the weekend.
Now, on Kate Fern's Comortas Rink is set. Now, Nevena on Oma. No Oma St. Enda's, representing County Tyrone and Ulster. And they will dance 2 figures of the Slieve Goa set. So give them a big round of applause, please. Thank you very much there to Oma St. Enda's with the Steve Goa set. The second team in the Rinka set and the set dancing competition come from Coiga Connacht, Furden Wio, Borrashul, County Mayo. And Borrashul will dance two figures of the Newport set. Give them a big round of applause, please. Thank you very much, Bornacoola, County Mayo. Now the third team in the Rinka set and the set dancing competition come from Coigeline, County Longford, on Ballymore, County Longford. And Ballymore will dance 2 figures of the Cavan reel set. Can you give them a big round of applause, please? Thank you very much there to Ballymore, County Longford. Now the final competitors this evening in the Rinkus set and the final competitors in this All-Ireland final of Scór and Og are from Cappamore, County Limerick. And it seems like they've brought a little bit of support with them. But Cappamore are going to dance two figures of the Cavan Reel.
That's it, folks. You know the rules from here on in. We'll take it from the top. Starting with Donald Murphy from Ballymanus and County Wicklow. And Donald, your first question, are coming to Class Trail and Dave quiet please. Joe Quaid and Kieran Cleary won hurling All-Stars in which county?
Limerick.
Good man. Michael, okay folks, we'll do the cheers to the end. Hopefully we'll have plenty of cheers to do at the end. Michael mechanically, Michael for Penina, Savannah County. Michael, a county senior football final between Clane and Sarsfield will take place in which county? Between Clane and Sarsfield. No, you're close, and my own county is Kildare. Mark, careful with this one. Mark, who are the current holders of the Tommy Moore Cup?
St Mary's on right.
Is the correct answer. Go find yourself. Niall, similar question. Who are the current holders of the Tom Martin Cup? Cork, the Ireland Minor Football Champions. Coming to Brandon. But the way they've been jumbled around so that the number one won't get them. Brendan. I'm looking for the current holders of the Andy Merrigan Cup. Cosmoglen Rangers. Brendan again. I'm looking for Paul Clark and Paul Curran. Won football All-Stars in which county?
Dublin.
Right. And Sean, a county senior hurling final between Camross and Castletown will take place in which county? A county senior hurling final between Camross and Castletown in which county? Big question. A county senior hurling final between Camross and Castletown. Camross and Castletown. Which county? Seven? No, Leitrim. Or no. And the third. Pat Holmes and Kenneth Mortimer. Pat Holmes and Kenneth Mortimer won football All-Stars in which county? Mayo is correct. Carl, a county senior hurling final between Dunloy and Lockheed. And answer, man. Anya, the current holders, please, of the Irish Press Cup. Galway, right, Friendship for Tyrone. Larry O'Gorman and Liam Dunn. Larry O'Gorman and Liam Dunn won hurling All-Stars in which county? Tipperary. Sorry? Tipperary. No, Whiteford, sorry about that. And Louise, a county senior football final between Dunmore and Turvin, which county? Galway, correct. Okay, on to the Irish history. Back to Donald. Douglas Hyde was one of the co-founders of which movement in 1893? Repeat the question. I will. Douglas Hyde was one of the co-founders of which movement in 1893? Gaelic, right? Michael for Aina. Which member of the Fianna eloped with the wife of Fionn? Repeat the question. Which member of the Fianna eloped or ran off with the wife of Finn McCabe? No, Dermot of Australia. Mark for Tyrone. During the War of William and James, Mark, which group blocked the gates of Derry against the armies of King James in 1689? Prentice Boys. The Prentice Boys, right. Niall, quiet please. Niall, who founded the Land League in 1879?
Michael Davitt.
Michael Davitt is right. Round the house again for Brendan for Wicklow. Back to the Williamite Wars. Can you name the outlaw or rapparee who guided Sarsfield to blow up King William's siege train at Ballyneety in 1691? The outlaw who guided Sarsfield. No, Galloping Hogan. Galloping Hogan I was looking for.
Brendan.
Coming to Brendan. Brendan. Arthur Griffith. Arthur Griffith was the principal founder of which party in 1905?
Sinn Féin.
Sinn Féin is right. Back to the legends for Sean for the Northmen. Sean, can you tell me the name of the wicked stepmother who turned the children of Lir into swans?
Repeat the question.
Can you name the lady, the wicked stepmother who turned the children of Lir into swans?
Fionnuala?
No, Aoife. Aoife. Hard luck. Cyril. Cyril, at the siege of which town did Sergeant Costume and his men break down the bridge during the wars of William and James?
Athlone.
Athlone, this town we're in. Good stuff. Cahill for Ballymanus. With which boyhood friend of his did Cuchulainn fight to the death near Ardee?
Setanta?
No, Setanta would be Cuchulainn himself. Ferdia. Anya. At which battle during the Williamite Wars was the French General Sanruth killed? He had been in command of the Irish Army.
Battle of Aughrim.
The Battle of Aughrim is right. Frenchies for Tyrone. Which Irish political leader was the main founder of Fianna Fáil in 1926?
Repeat the question.
Which Irish political leader was the main founder of Fianna Fáil in 1926?
Daniel O'Connell.
No, Eamon de Valera. Hard luck. And Louise, back to the legends for you. Which legendary Irish lady was associated with the Sons of Ishnach? The Sons of Ishnach.
Deirdre.
Deirdre is the woman we're looking for. And we're on to the general. Ballymanus. Donald. With which sport do you associate Michael Judge and Fergal O'Brien?
Golf.
No, snooker. Hard luck. Snooker. Michael for Aina. With which Irish band do you associate the song Breathless? With which Irish band?
The Corrs.
The Corrs is correct. Mark McKenna. Mark, Clare Island. Clare Island is off the coast of which county? Clare Island.
Cork.
Sorry?
Cork.
No, it's Mayo. I'm sorry about that. And Niall for Bornacoola. With which Irish singer do you associate the song Body to Body?
Samantha Mumba.
Samantha Mumba is correct, okay. Brendan for Ballymanus. Lambay Island. Lambay Island is off the coast of which county?
Dublin.
Dublin is right. Brendan. Little bit of sport for you as well. David Wallace and Tyrone Howe are associated with which sport?
Rugby.
Rugby is right. Sean. With which Irish band do you associate the song Flying Without Wings?
Westlife.
Westlife is okay. And Cyril. Rathlin Island is off the coast of which county?
Antrim.
Antrim is right. Round the house again with Cahill, sure we're flying. Cahill, with which Irish singer do you associate the number roller coaster?
Ronan Keaton.
Ronan Keaton. Now we're answering these ones all right. Anya, you're kind of in hard luck. You're back to the islands. Off the coast of which county is Arranmore? Be careful, Arranmore. Arranmore Island.
Repeat the question?
Yeah, off the coast of which county is Arranmore Island? Arranmore.
It's Mayo.
No, it's Donegal. I'm sorry, love. We're the Tyrone lads. Paul McGinley and Des Smith are associated with which sport? Paul McGinley and Des Smith.
Cycling?
No, they're golf. They're golfers. They're both golfers. Sorry about that. And Louise, something similar for you, Louise, is the way we had them jumbled up. Everybody got one of each category. Johnny Murtha and Ruby Walsh. Johnny Murtha and Ruby Walsh. Which sport?
Horse racing.
Horse racing, two different branches of. One's from my own county and the other's in Edeman. And there we are at the end of the 4-mark questions, and Maureen tells us that Wicklow have 24, Aina have 24, Tyrone have 12, and Bornacoola are in the lead with 36. At this stage, you can relax a little bit, folks. You can relax a little bit because the individual questions are at an end. 5 seconds, 20 seconds for Keshtina, 6 markina, the Forna. Agus an céad ceist Australia. The Keshtina Australia, blian atá gceiste gom, lads, agus caffar an freigar hortam Australia. Agus an céad ceist of winter Kilmantan, cén ceist an ar bhuaig Kiri, Craibh Pellan a Hearn, agus Liam Hassett mar captain acho. Cén bhlian in our bhuaig Kiri, Craibh Pellan a Hearn, agus Liam Hassett in a captain acho.
No shocked.
Can carta god. The winter and Clark cén bhlian in our bhuaig ó Fáile, Craibh Amán and a Hearn, agus Martin Hannamy in a captain acho.
Nócha Cahar
atá gceist. Carta galore, winter Tyrone. Cén bhlian in our bhuaig an Dún, Craibh Pellan a Hearn, agus DJ Kane in a captain acho.
An Dun.
Cadé?
An Dun. Down.
Cén bhlian?
Aha. No had the head gate. Or 94.
94, Nócha Cahar, Danish, the man is right, okay. He knows what he's on about. Okay, Cén bhlian in our... Okay, folks, grand, well done, mahan far. Cén bhlian in our bhuaig Kilkenny, Craibh Amán and a Hearn, agus Eddie O'Connor mar captain acho. Cén bhlian in our bhuaig Kilkenny. Nócha 3, Eddie O'Connor, Carta galore, Nócha 3. 6 mark, general we're going to go for. 6 mark, general, Wicklow. Wicklow, can you name for me either of the 2 Irish women who prior to Hume and Adams were the last Irish people to share the Nobel Prize? They shared it back in the 70s. Can you name either of the 2 of them or both? The Nobel Peace Prize.
Countess Markovich?
No, back in the 70s it would have been Betty Williams and Mairead Corrigan. Claire. Which Irish politician and diplomat won the Nobel Peace Prize in 74 and the Lenin Peace Prize in 77?
Sean McBride.
Sean McBride. Sorry about that. Sorry for throwing a scare into you. Tyrone. Who was the first Irishman to receive the Nobel Prize for Literature? First one.
W.B. Yeats
in 1923. And Winter Barr, prior to Seamus Heaney, who was the last Irish author to receive the Nobel Prize for Literature. Prior to Seamus Heaney, who was the last Irish author to receive the Nobel Prize for Literature. And Winter Bornacoola.
Beckett
in 1968. Well done. 6 mark history. Can you tell me, Ballymanus, which Irish Taoiseach signed the Sunningdale Agreement in 1973?
Gareth Fitzgerald?
No, you're in hard luck. Liam Cosgrove. Claire. Which Taoiseach signed the Anglo-Irish Agreement in Hillsborough in 1985? I will indeed. Which Taoiseach signed the Anglo-Irish Agreement in Hillsborough, County Down in 1985?
Gareth Fitzgerald.
That's the way it hops. It might have hopped a little bit towards you, but fair play to you. You hit it on the hop. Tyrone, moving back up your country a bit, can you name for me the last Prime Minister for Northern Ireland under the All-Stormont Parliament? The last Prime Minister.
Brian Faulkner.
Sorry?
Brian Faulkner.
Brian Faulkner, good man yourself. Sorry to throw a scare into you there. Good lad. And Leitrim, can you tell me the name of the first Secretary of State for Northern Ireland? The first Secretary of State for Northern Ireland.
Whitelaw.
William Whitelaw is the man. William Whitelaw is the man. We're into the last round. Maureen is doing a bit of natting and tatting here. So far we have a great standard of answering. 6 mark questions are falling like flies there. Round we go, GA. Ballymanus. Which county lost 2 All-Ireland senior hurling finals during the 90s to Wexford and to Offaly?
Limerick.
Limerick is what I'm looking for. Mointerina. Which county lost 2 All-Ireland senior football finals during the 90s to Derry and to Meath?
Cork.
Cork is correct. Tyrone. In the 90s, which county lost 2 All-Ireland senior football finals to Kerry and to Meath?
Mayo.
Mayo is correct. Good man. And the last question of the night, we hope. Winter Bornacoola. Which county lost 2 All-Ireland senior hurling finals to Cork and Kilkenny in the 90s?
Galway.
Galway is correct. We'll give you the score. We'll give you the score from the side, and before we do, maybe you'd put your hands together for 4 gallant teams who did their provinces proud. I'm sure there's no need to call the novelty acts backstage, but you know yourselves it takes a while, so it's no harm to be warming up. Finishing with 36 for the Leinster champions Wicklow with Ballymanus. On 48 were Clare from Ina from Clare. On 36 were Trillick from Tyrone. And with a marvellous clear round all the way from lovely Leitrim, our All-Ireland champions, Bornacoola. McCabe Mahagah Vicarja, August Tory Mayor Ashton from Hall.
Mihal Magilagona, as often tar job at Agenta Gishin, while I'm freshin, with Wakas ago, all this Multori, the job on a Cruiaco, August. There's Mahanrud nach Williamson, the mask, when the Ving on Nakamorta Shah League, Vre. But while I'm freshin, Falcha Kuriv, Mihal O'Drainon, O'Brusser, and a top, Jen of Oriocht, in Scór. Ta Mihal Lomagas Bishalomar and Stasha Nish Kuna Buina League of Brunner and a Buhori. But while I'm freshen, Jera, a specialta, with Wigas ago, all the Kushti, Conte Cultura, Nahir V. Mar a certain tar job at Agenta and Shahi Balach Luan, Kun on Lasha, a Kuranagra doing. Agus go specialta reach, but while I'm Wigas ago, live Shagin Ushle, a certain Kunis, a certain Arj, a Hugshiv, and a Homihori, a Ligner of Isha there in Stasha. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be brief. I would like to thank you sincerely for your attention during the course of the day's programme. I want to thank briefly a few people, our MC for the day, Farah T for the day, Michael Gunn, all the adjudicators, the local Costia committee in Westmeath, Costia Scór, Costia Cultura, and obviously the Caihirla Tommaso Morn, agus on Costia Nashunta, Le Myron Grahan, who have organised again very well our Scór finals today. It's fair that Raga Kinte, we can say with truly that to our culture bio, our culture is very much alive and it is very safe. Tashislán, Imas Ilavan, Niasogna Nish. Our youth are our future, our culture is safe with them. The standard we witness today gives us all great heart that our Irishness is being expressed in a great fashion by the youth of the country, Never before have we so many people playing our Irish music, our song and our dance. We're delighted for all those who take part, and I certainly want to compliment all the clubs and all the dancing teachers, music teachers, and all the people, the parents also, who ensure that our culture is safe going forward from here into the new millennium. Gurukid Mahagavalig. I know you've been very patient, so I won't take up your time. It's been a long day. I sincerely hope that you have enjoyed it as much as I have. I want to invite Michael Thornton of Bus Éireann to come on stage with me to present the prizes. And my first pleasant duty is to present to our Farati for the day, Michael Gunn, to present him with a small memento for his services here today. Mihal Magilla Gunna Lethal.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, just before I announce the results, I'd just like to thank everybody who helped me backstage here to organise the teams and make sure everybody was in order. Cush the Scór, ERV in particular, and Tommy Morden were a great help. Now, at the moment, we'll give them a round of applause. Now, the moment of truth. Rinka Forna, the figure dancing, the first competition. And the Buchori, Corafin Kontinagaliva. So could we have the Corafin team up as quick as they can to receive their trophies, please, their medals. Now, the second competition, our Oniok Daner, solo singing, and the winner from County Longford, Aisling McCormack. Now, the third competition, Ceolurlisha, instrumental music. And this title is going down south to County Limerick, Temple Clampon. So, Temple Clampon, County Limerick, playing Tobin's Jig and the Cavan Reel, All-Ireland Champions 2001. Now, could we have the question time champions are already known, so could we have them on the side of the stage, please, ready for their presentation? So that we'll speed up proceedings a little bit. Now, the next competition is the Arashorok, the Recitation, and the winner here from Club Nave Dominic, St. Dominic's Roscommon. On you shine. A big round of applause, please, for Anna Shine from St. Dominic's. Anya was hoping for the Sam Maguire to come back across the Shannon to Roscommon, and I think there's a lot of us hoping that, but maybe 2001. Now, we already know the winners of the Tránageis of the question time. Bornacoola, County Leitrim. Give them a big round of applause. Now the seventh competition, the Nuachleas, the Novelty Act. And we're... Oh, sorry. So I did. The Ballad group. County Limerick, na Piarsaigh. Now, while the Piarsaigh are getting photographed, we'll announce the Nuachleas winners, the Novelty Act winners. And again, we're going back to County Leitrim, Séan O Heislin. Now, before I announce the last result, I'd like to thank you all for being a very, very cooperative audience and wish you all a safe journey home. The last competition, the rink is set, and the winners were back down south again to Limerick, Cappamore. That concludes proceedings for tonight, so slán and good night and bohar live. Gur maithagad. And I've been asked by the PRO of Roscommon, Coltis Ceoltar Éireann to announce that the county flag is on in Strokestown on the Easter weekend. Strokestown, County Roscommon.